Roman Baber is an experienced politician and he's running to be leader of the Conservative Party. He's been going from coast to coast to coast. He's been on the national debates. He knows what he's talking about. He joins me right now. I want you to tell our audience what you are seeing in Canada. As I said, you've been going all over the place. You've been talking to a lot of people, not just Conservatives, but you've talked to a lot of Canadians. What are you seeing in Canada?
Aside from my message on democracy, which I feel is eroding around Canada, I've been the beneficiary of Canada's opportunity. I came to Canada when I was 15 and my family didn't have a cent to our name, but I had every opportunity to work hard, to go to law school, to succeed, to build a small business, and then to be elected.
People can still do that in Canada, can't they?
Well, that's the point, is that I think that this Canadian dream, this Canadian opportunity is now also being eroded. It's not enough to just work hard and be nice to people, as I typically say, as a prerequisite to succeeding in Canada. Unfortunately, we don't see the same opportunity, whether it's the price of living or the price of housing or accessibility to education. I don't think that Canadians feel that they are masters of their own destiny as they used to.
So, aside from democracy, and aside from economic issues, are there any other big issues in Canada?
Well, from those issues
those are huge, but
stem
what
all
else?
the other issues. If you don't have democracy, you don't have anything.
Right.
And same with economic opportunity. If you can't conduct a livelihood in Canada, or if it's difficult for you to make ends meet, even if you try hard and you work hard, then I think that's something that people are very down by. I think that the cost of living is now probably one of the greatest issues facing Canadians, something that they talk about daily.
Let's talk about that, because that's inflation. A lot of people say, well, it's a worldwide thing. Although, on the other hand, we have more gas and oil in Canada. We could be fueling Europe and stopping wars, and we could have the cheapest gas in the world if our Prime Minister was not on, an old-fashioned fight it rant. So if you were in the government, either as Prime Minister or Cabinet Minister, would you cut the gas prices?
Well, absolutely. You got to repeal the carbon tax, and you can also play around with the gas tax and maybe the HST on top of the HST.
But maybe have more of it brought out of the ground. If you have more supply,
absolutely. I intend to turn Canada into the natural resources superpower we ought to be. But more importantly, nobody talks about the main cause for this inflation, and that's lockdowns. That's also why it's a global event. We stopped the global supply chain at its tracks. Our supply is simply not catching up to demand. We reopen the markets and we're simply not catching up. Plus productivity is down. A lot of employees are still feeling a mental health trauma. People are still not back at the office. We need to get back to work, increase supply, return our productivity to normal. That will help offset inflation.
Okay, Roman, that sounds like a prescription for success. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. I read the comments that you leave after every show, and I get it. A number of you don't like my glasses. But a number of you saying, when we're asking for money, well, how much money does he need? I do not get a penny for doing this show. I do this show because I believe there has to be an outlet for discussion, analysis, news, Trudeau's $700,000 kitchen, and I wouldn't be there in the mainstream news. I'm asking for money because these guys behind the camera, the crew, they need to get paid to do their job. So, help us. Press subscribe, press PayPal.